right, everybody, what is going on? These more drums back in Griffin, Indiana, on our small little farm here. So, as you recall from last episode, we got all of our seeds in the ground, planted some corn, and just gonna wait for it to grow. So, actually, I think we're pretty. And it's raining, or it sounds like it is, but it isn't. Yep, there a little bit. Okay, cool. But anyway, since we're not really going to be doing anything else for the rest of the season, I think I'm just going to go ahead and, pick up the guys in the spring. We have a nice yield bonus going, 80%. We got a 100% fertilizer, at least most of the field is. I think there's some spots in the middle that aren't fertilized, but I don't really feel like going around and, doing all that. So we're just going to leave it for now and come back in the spring and see what we get for, or not in the spring, in the fall. We're already in the spring. Come back in the fall and see what we get out of our harvest. So talk to you guys in a bit. All right, so it is now October, so it's time to harvest. As you can see on our map here, our 3 fields are ready to harvest. And something else that I want to point out to you guys, remember back a couple episodes ago where I sprayed for weeds right after, when I planted the corn, I sprayed for weeds right after I put down the seeds. And as you can see, there are no weeds in any of our fields. So just in case that's something that you actually didn't know that you can do, well, now you can spray herbicide, put it down right after you plant the seeds before any weeds can even grow, and no weeds will grow for the whole duration of the crop. So that's just a little something that I learned, and it is definitely a lifesaver, rather than having buy a weeder or something. You can just put down herbicide real quick right when you're done. Only got to do it once, and your crops are good for the year. So let's go ahead, and I know the forecast is calling for rain today, but I have a feeling that, oh, nice little pumpkin there, getting in the fall spirit. But I have a feeling that it's not gonna start raining. Yeah, we still got a little bit of time, and it's only gonna rain a little bit, so we could probably get most of the harvest done today, if not like probably the whole thing, just because, we have like no crops at all. So yeah, so let's go ahead and look at the store here. And I know we need to lease a harvester. We're not going to buy one because they are super expensive, and we definitely don't need to buy one. Honestly, I know we got all these fancy ones, but that would just be overkill for what we need. So this TX32 from, it's a mod, but it's actually by Giants software. So this is on the mod hub. They literally just brought it back from, Farming Simulator 19 or whatever other game before that. But yeah, so this is just in the game. You can download it, and it is exactly what we need. So we're going to go ahead and lease this, not buy it. $2,000 to lease. Okay. Expensive, but it's the best we could do. And then I also need a corn header for it. Which, yeah, I think this one's all we need because it's a mod. I remember this is the one that we needed in Farming Simulator 19, this good old Ziegler. So we'll go ahead and lease this as well. Hopefully we can actually use it. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to, but you never know. So let's go ahead and jump into the, actually, you know what? We're going to go drive to the store because, it's what you would do in real life. So I'll catch you guys in a second. All right, and there it is. Our harvester is ready to pick up. So let's go ahead and jump in. Hook up our corn header here. I think these things are freaking cool, man. Combines. I always like when I went and visited my brother down at college. Fun fact of the day, I'm an IU graduate. I went to Indiana University. I graduated with a degree in business, and had a music minor and a Spanish minor. But anyway, I still go visit there from time to time, and I love the drive because, it's kind of boring for some of it because you just basically take I-65 straight down for like 100 miles. So it's like a 3-hour drive, and like 2 hours of it are spent just going past farm fields. But it's cool when you drive down there in the fall because you get to see, sometimes you'll see if farmers are harvesting. You'll get to see them harvest. and I think that's really cool. So yeah, I always get a kick out of driving down there. I think it's really fun. But anyway, this field's actually not too bad. I think we might have a decent yield off of this. And plus, like I said, there's no weeds. We fertilize twice for the most part. Let's call it 1.5 times, because some of the fields, they're not fully fertilized, but I didn't really feel like doing it, so I don't care. I'll fertilize twice next year. But yeah, this one's looking pretty good. And then same with, what do you call it? We didn't put down lime or anything, but yeah, the no weeds and the fertilizer bonus will give us a decent yield. So let's just see how good we did. I think, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to put this in the silo. I might have to go grab my trailer again and go pick up the tractor again and go grab the trailer. But for now, we're just going to, or maybe I can just drop it in there off of the harvester and, you know, say screw it. So, yeah, I forgot about that. Got to unfold it. So let's go ahead and start getting this field harvested. See what our yield is looking like. Yeah, I think this is super cool. I always have trouble doing driving in the cab with harvesters. I always feel like I'm gonna miss a spot or something. You know, because you can't really see too much of where the header's at. Just kind of got to pick a line and like stick with it. It's even cool, like even by my house, you know, in the fall, I kind of like the idea of having just like a little farm like this, because you know, even by me in the fall, there's quite a few people that, well, I shouldn't say quite a few. There's a couple of farmers that live by me that just have like, you know, real little farms, kind of doing something like this, just a couple little fields. But you know, usually they got like some old kind of equipment, and so I always think that's, you know, real cool than using all the big fancy stuff that I use in the game at other times. So yeah, I think if maybe one day whenever I retire, if I got enough money or whatever and a little bit of land, I would much prefer to live on like a little farm rather than living in like a big city. I'm you know, might move to the city soon, but you know, I'm young, so it's more fun now. But once you know, get older and have a family and all that, you know, the plans, I don't ever want to stay in the city forever. I'd like to get a, you know, nice big outbuilding, have some cars in there, you know, even maybe have a little hobby farm if I could, kind of pass the time. I just think that's super cool. So anyway, enough of my ranting. I'm gonna harvest this field, fill up the harvester, and then I will check back in with you guys when we are full and gotta empty it into the silo, because I'm curious to kind of how that works, and I'd like to show you all as well if you're kind of new, if you don't know how the auger system works in this game. I don't. But so gonna be learning together. But all right, I'll talk to you guys in a minute. All right, so we are full. So let's go ahead and go to the silo and see if we can just... We could probably just empty this right out into the conveyor system, and it should work just fine. But let's just... I'm just curious here. Let's see. Ooh, if I can even get in there. Yeah, we got it. All right, let's see how this works here. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to turn. Let's see. So first of all, I gotta open the top of the silo, and then I bet you I'm gonna have to turn that on. So let's see. So this is open that. So that's open, and then let's see if I can. Do I need to turn it on? Maybe. All right, let's see here if this actually works. I have not tried this yet, so I am curious. I have a feeling that it might not. Oh, wait. Look at that. Yep, and it's going in the silo. Cool. All right. So that does work. And I don't know if this thing needs to be on, but I'm just assuming it does. I don't know. Let's try and shut it off. See what happens. Oh nope. That doesn't even need to be on. It will work just fine. So cool. So yeah. So we almost got through the whole first field with one load of the combine. So let's go ahead and finish up that field. Then we will move on to the to this one and then to the next one. And honestly, I'll just check back in with you guys probably when I'm done with the harvest. Yeah, talk to you soon. All right, so we're just getting done with our second field. I decided to harvest this one before the last one over there, since we'll be over there anyway. On our first one, we got about 5,700 liters, and on this one, we got about 2,700 liters. I know we had like 100 liters. I had to go finish up from the last field, like 100 liters or so. So it's like 2,700 off of this one, 5,700 off of the other one. And I wonder how much we will get off of this one. So I might actually just empty the combine out before we get started, just so we know for sure. Overall, not too bad for the size of the fields. I mean, these things are freaking tiny. So, yeah, not terrible. And, well, you know, we're finishing up here. Isn't harvesting just so satisfying in this game? I love it. It's always my favorite time of the year in any farming simulator game that I got going. There's just something about, you know, yielding the fruits of your labor and knowing that you can sell your harvest, make a nice little bit of cash, and yeah, plus it's just so satisfying to watch the field just, you know, change when you're harvesting. I don't know about you, but I find a lot of aspects of this game just really satisfying, and that's why I like to play. You know, it's relaxing. It's, yeah, doesn't stress me out. So can't think of a better way to chill out in a video game than harvesting some corn. This is the most Indiana thing I could do. And we are in Griffin, Indiana, planting some corn, very typical in Indiana. All the farmers around me plant corn. That and soybeans, pretty much. So maybe we'll harvest soybeans next year. I don't know. Soybeans are, you know, kind of a nice cash crop, so I think I might actually do that. But we shall see. And yeah, I'm actually getting a decent yield off of this field. I'm kind of surprised. You know, like I said, I got like 5,800 off of the first one. Ooh, and it is raining. Let's see if we can still harvest. Maybe not. It's only supposed to rain for a couple hours, so maybe I'll take a couple hour break and then finish this up. Yeah, let's not do that. It's gonna rain. All right, well, I am going to actually, you know what? Let's drive on over here. And I will talk to you guys in a second while we wait for this rain to stop. Alright, so it did rain for a couple hours, and then it stopped for a couple hours, so hopefully the crops are now dry enough for us to finish our harvesting. We only got a little bit left, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, after that, I think I'm actually going to see what we want to plant next, and see, you know, the state of the fields. See if we've got to do some plowing or not. I think we have to plow after we harvest corn. So if that's the case, then I might do that in this episode as well, just to get that out of the way, get our fields all ready for next year, and then we can, you know, come winter time, we'll eventually, you know, sell our harvest. But given the market prices, I'm going to take a look at the market prices for corn, because I'm actually not super familiar with them. I'm assuming though that the winter is going to be the best time to sell, just because with literally every other grain crop, not that corn is a grain crop, but most other crops, winter is the best time to sell, even including silage and, you know, straw and stuff like that. So I bet corn is going to be no exception, but I'm going to take a look after we finish this and see. Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, if you guys want to see the the plowing and the harvesting and the sowing, like everything that I do, let me know and I can maybe throw like a time lapse together or something. Put on some, generic music or whatever. But yeah, I just feel like sometimes like plowing and stuff just takes me like a long time, and I don't want the videos to be too long. So um, yeah, just rather kind of skip over those parts and just kind of share what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and then I mean, I'm sure if you it would get boring watching me go up and down a field a bunch of times like doing the same thing. So that's kind of why I skip over all those parts. But yeah, I think it's a little more interesting to see kind of how everything kind of grows and develops. And by the way, my Silver Run Forestry series is out. I've decided to give the new DLC a try, and you know, get a playthrough on the new map. Ooh, 4,200 liters, not bad at all. But yeah, so I started a new playthrough on the map. Gonna do some forestry for the first time ever in Farming Simulator. I've actually never done forestry before, so go ahead and give that a look if you are curious as to what we got going on over there. It's pretty fun actually. We're starting a massive forestry operation with like spend $1 million on forestry equipment, and I'm trying to just kind of use all the fun stuff and do the production chains and everything. I just haven't done a lot of that in this game yet. I haven't done really any of the production chains or forestry, and so it's kind of a best of both worlds type of thing. So I've been having a lot of fun with it, and yeah, I'm really excited to keep that going. But this is good now that we have harvested all of our corn. We're going to go and return our harvester since I don't want to get charged for more money. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I will jump back in our then we'll talk about what we're gonna plan for next year. So yeah, talk to you guys in a second. All right, back at the farm. Fields are all harvested. Let's see what we want to plant for next year. So it looks like, well, actually, first let's check. So we got 12,000 liters in the silo. Not bad at all. So it looks like December is a time to sell, or June even. Yeah, we'll look at December first. If so, I guess we're looking at prices close to 900 bucks. Honestly, I'd be happy if we can get over 8. That would be fantastic. So yeah, so we'll look towards plan on December selling our harvest, and that's 800 bucks per 1,000 liters. So let's just do. I always like to do a quick little math. So let's just say that we get 800 times. Well, we got, let's just say 12.6. Looking at about 10 grand. So, not great, but given the amount of land that we have, that's actually not terrible. It's kind of better than I was expecting. It might take us a few harvests to get any sort of good money going, but that's okay. I'm kind of low key with this series, not really doing any contracts. I don't really feel like doing, I do those in like all my games. I don't feel like messing with those. I kind of just want to see what we can do with some good old fashioned hard work. And yeah, I'm actually going to keep an eye too on the used vehicle market and see if I can obtain something like a cheap skid steer loader or even a cheap used tractor, something with a front 3-point hitch, so we can add a wheel weight and maybe some with even a front loader attachment. That would be kind of the best of both worlds if we can get some with a front loader attachment and a 3-point hitch. But for now, as you can see, these fields do need plowing, so I'm going to go ahead and get these all plowed and prepared for next year. I typically see a lot of the farmers, by me, cultivate and plow their fields right after their harvest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that now while we got some time and nice weather on our hands. All right, guys, we have plowed all of the fields, and we are ready to basically just wait it out until at least the spring. I think we might plant, instead of planting corn, I think I might plant some soybeans this next year. But either way, we got to wait till the spring. But for now, while we go through the winter, in the next episode, what I'm thinking about doing is actually improving this land a little bit. So we have, as you can see, we have quite a bit of unused area here that takes us, could take us all the way up to the road. So I'm thinking what I might do is cut down this tree, get rid of some of these bushes, expand this field out a little bit more this way, and also cut down these trees and get rid of some of these bushes. Yeah, so the same thing over here, these trees and these bushes are, preventing us from we can get pretty close to this road here with this field. And I know that we'll like back up to this building, so I mean, I don't really think we need those bushes and stuff in the way, but at least we could bring this out a couple more, passes with the plow, give us maybe a couple of 100 extra liters of our next harvest on this field. Since we have this space, might as well use it. So I think I'm gonna cut down these trees in the winter or fall, or starting, the next day, or today actually is the morning. So yeah, I was gonna start today. It's cutting down some of these trees. We'll go lease the stump grinder again, get these all gone and done with, and then plow a little bit more of this land, and hopefully get a little more crop out of this. So yeah, with that being said, hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will catch you all in the next episode in Griffin, Indiana. Peace out and have a good one.